So starting here in the task feature, this is probably where we put the most amount of work. It's this ability to quickly reference diagnostics that are associated to tasks, so you can quickly validate whether those diagnostics are resolved or if they're still occurring as you're working through the task workflows that you have. So you're going to see a new column here on the right with a little icon indicating that there are diagnostics associated to a task. The view that you jump into is going to respect whatever filters you apply for diagnostic date range and diagnostic interval, meaning if you prefer to look back 3 months when you're looking at a task to say, hey, did we complete this issue? Or if you want to look back the last 7 days, you can now adjust your dates and your intervals on the filter here. And when you click into this view diagnostic link, you're now going to align with whatever filter you applied. So you can see I opened up diagnostics on that first task. I'm looking at a trailing 90-day view of weekly diagnostics. And when I scroll into the charts, again, I have weekly charts here, which might be useful for certain types of tasks you're trying to resolve. So that default is to jump into, hey, do I still have faults on that particular task? We also now have the original diagnostic tab here, meaning if I created this task 3 months ago, what was happening on the date that I created the task? What was the original condition that I was trying to resolve? So you can go back and reference charts and data that will tell the story of the fault conditions that were occurring when that task was created. So you can quickly toggle between the original diagnostics and the latest. So you can see I did that straight from the task table here without having to navigate away or go to some other feature. I can just pull up those diagnostics directly. I can also open up the task itself and kind of do the same thing. So if I'm looking at individual faults associated with this task, I can optionally click and view all of those faults just like I did from the main table. But I can also highlight a specific fault and interval. So if this fault going back to Sunday, August 3rd stands out to me, I can jump into a filtered view of just that fault and just that interval, and again, see what those conditions are. So a lot of flexibility on how you kind of view those fault conditions over time by changing your filters and kind of jumping into the view that makes sense to help validate whether or not those issues are still occurring.